Hi there, Robin here from Expert On, and today we're talking about what you're actually watching right now. We're talking about the camera that's in front of me, which is this guy and this box right here, the AVS from Marantz Professional. Now, Marantz Professional makes two versions of this. This is their new one, the AVS. It also makes the Turret. So if you were looking around, you might have found a model similar to this called a Turret. It's a huge box, awesome piece of hardware. This one's basically half the price. They took out, well, the arm, the big arm that came out for the microphone that got in front of you. Now, asking, well, why did they do that? Well, they did that because to make things a little bit more affordable and to make it more versatile if you're putting it in an application where it's got to be in a small confined space next to your laptop. For example, I have my laptop here. It was in front of the computer, but I have a horrible tendency of looking down at the screen. So instead of my DSLR, which I normally have doing my videos, today we're using this guy. So this way you're going to get the true picture of the actual unit. So this unit here generates an image at 1080p, which is awesome for YouTube and for every other format out there as well. Also, it has the convenience of just plugging straight into your computer. It records in H.264. So if you're doing streaming, like if you're using the same program that we use here, like Streamlab OBS, awesome way to go. You can have this just offset. So this way, if you're doing gaming, you've got that on, no problem. If you're doing live chat, H.264 is perfect for that. The odds are, if you're watching something, it was probably encoded in H.264 for live stream applications. So the fact that this encodes it right away takes stress off of your actual computer to have to do that, leaving your computer to do more important things like everything else you got to get done while doing a live stream. Now, at the same time, if you're going to be recording, it's a great place and a great way to start. It's plug and play. It just works. All you got to do is tell your laptop that you're now using the Marantz Professional AVS or the Turret as your main piece. And you can choose that for the sound and for the camera, and that's going to be a big plus and ease of use on the machine. Now, that being said, what does all this come with? Well, besides this pretty box with pretty pictures all the way around of I'm ready for my close-up, and I never am, it comes with this piece of hardware right here. This is what it's all about. So this makes life a lot easier. You're dealing with this one piece. You've got from top to bottom, you've got the camera on top, which is on a pivot, the Turret, which basically almost 360 degrees. I'm going to say it's like 320 because it goes all the way to the back on one side and then spins all the way back to the back on the other side. It's got a built-in ring light to it, which you can change, so you can go from a warm white to a daylight to a cool white. You switch around any way you want. All you got to do is just pluck this little guy off here, just like that. There you go. It's got a little notch so you know where the alignment is. You've got a warm and you've got a cool ring included in the package, and that just snaps right back on. So all you do to get it back on, just line up the little tab at the bottom and then just push it in with your thumb. Just make sure it goes in like snapping a lid on a jar. There we go. Awesome. Now, the camera, besides having the ability to turn this way, also has the ability to adjust up and down. So now we can get it exactly where we want, just like the one I have in front of me here, and that's how that's going to work. Now, microphone, instead of having like the Turret, which is a big arm that comes out and around, it has the built-in microphone right in the bottom. Condenser microphone still, but they just built it in. So this way the camera can sit up closer to you, be more personal, be more direct. Really good for all kind of applications that way. Now, on top, we're going to cover them in a little bit of detail, but we'll take a look-see at what we got. We've got ourselves a brightness. Then there's a button that allows me to basically mute the video, so cut the video, just by pushing this button on and off. Then I have the same option to go with the mic on and off. Then I have a mix button for PC to mic. That's a very handy button, and I'll get into details there. And then we have a headphone, because we do have a built-in sound card and we have the option to listen to it directly here. This really ties in to what these two buttons are going to do for us. Now on the back side, we've got two USB 3.0, so allowing this to be as fast as it possibly can. There's USB-C, which is basically micro USB, and that's the cable that's included in the box. Micro USB out to USB, easy enough. And then there's an auxiliary out. Again, nice feature to have. Now, what's so important about having a knob that allows me to go from PC to mic for a mix and then a headphone control? Well, depending on how good your computer is, you could end up with a slight delay. Now, normally this isn't going to be a problem. If you're recording, great, you're on your way. But if you're doing live, you may want to balance out. So that's, if I'm listening to the mic on the mixer, I'm listening from my headphone jack. I'm listening the mic actually built into here. I'm not listening to it from here to my computer, then to my headphones. So any delay in processing that information on your computer is taken away. Now, you can adjust that. You can reduce the amount of lag on it. That's easy enough. All the software options usually do that. We're not talking about syncing the audio here. So we're not trying to get your lips to match your words that are spoken. We're literally talking about just a small digital delay. So we go from an analog microphone picking that up to a digital format into the actual laptop and then back to the headphones in an analog format. So it does have to process all of that, and only so much processing you're really going to want to waste on that. You want good quality, but I mean, you're just listening to it, so you can now balance that out and not have to worry about it. So you can hear how you actually sound on the computer, and then you can hear how it sounds directly off the microphone. Again, now we have that headphone volume control, so this way we can adjust how loud we're going to actually have it. If you're doing a podcast or anything like that, once you have yourself set up, you pretty much know after practicing a couple of times what's actually going to work, and you tend to be able to leave it. That's kind of what I'm doing right now, right here. So that's what's going on there. Outside of that, versatility. Remember, gaming, podcast, video logs, product reviews, this sort of thing, what we're talking about here today. This is an extremely convenient piece. Marantz Professional has been used in large gaming arenas where you've got 20 people playing, and each one of them has a turret or an AVS set up in front of them. That's how these things are getting used today. So they're really, really important. They simplify everything down. You don't want to be gaming with a camera in front of you off your laptop if that's the way you're going, or you were running a PC without a camera. This would be what you'd want, off to the left, off to the right, making it a lot more entertaining to watch and a lot easier to use because it's just set off to the side like that. So outside that, I mean, the product is fun, it's easy. It's what I started with way back when I started doing these videos. I started with a turret right after I started using my laptop and my cameras, and progressively moved on from there. But that's an important topic, is what's the viability? It's always a working piece. It's a piece that you can do if you're going to do a daily video log, which is kind of like what I plan on getting done hopefully in the next few weeks, is being able to put out a short live video in the morning and then move on with regular videos, you know, a few times a week after that. That's what this is going to get used for, is to answer questions. Quick and easy, no worries. Stream it out live and it's done. That's really what this is going to be really nice at. For running all of this, easy. If you want to be able to manipulate your video, because it's a stagnant video, it's there. So you can do an awful lot with it. You do need to use some software. There's free software. Again, for live streaming, Streamlabs, OBS, easy. I'll have links for that down below. Also, another software that I like using, Hitfilm Express. It's great. It's free. You can pay for apps to upgrade, but I've been using it for almost a year and nothing at all. It allows you to adjust the audio levels and all of that through that software. It allows me to zoom in. So right now I'm going to show how that works. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. What? There you go. So that's what that does. It also allows you to do the effects. So I can, you know, have the image pop back in just like that. I can do whatever I want. And that's the software. So we'll put links for that, but we'll also put links, the most importantly, for what we've been talking about, which is today this particular product here, the AVS. Now, I'm also going to do another video talking about the benefits of having still the turret, because turret, again, built on the same premise, but the microphone's a lot, I'm not going to say a lot better, just different. That's the important word here, different. So there you go. So that's everything for this product here. Again, I think I pretty much covered it. I'll take a 2-second gander at the manual, but yes, power supply included. Easy to operate, does work with a Mac and a PC. No worries there. Pretty much plug and play. Just look for your icon on the bottom right hand side. You do have to change from your, if you're using this on a laptop, you do have to change the standard format from your laptop to the AVS. Also remember, if you just want to play around with it and you don't have anything else you want to record, you don't have to buy any software for that. Don't get suckered into that right away. There's no reason to do that. Just go, if you got Windows 10, type in the word camera in the little search box and it'll come up. You'll just see the camera on top. Just click on that on your options. Choose video, because the first one's camera, takes pictures. Then the next one takes video. So pick that as your option. You'll be all fine there. Sorry, Mac users, you're on your own, but I guarantee you can do pretty much the same thing if you type in camera in your little search box, if there's one there. So outside of that, I'll take a quick gander at the manual just to see if I missed anything. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, right there, front page. Auxiliary output. So why would they put an auxiliary output on the back of the unit? Pretty simple. Let's say I want to take this and I want to, instead of just capturing the audio here, I want to send it to a mixer first, or an audio interface, because I want to add other content in, or other people. Maybe I have video coming from here, but then all the audios from here, if I'm having a tournament, a gaming tournament, and I have 10 of these set up, I will have 10 cameras, let's say, running, or that sort of format, something like that, but I may want to control the audio or be able to pull the audio. So I have an outer camera looking at everybody else, but I want to listen in to everybody's conversation. I can pull a line off of that auxiliary back to a mixing board and use my mixing board to listen in to any of the gamers on the floor, just like that. So that's the auxiliary there. Maybe again, you may want to record this separately, real time, to a Zoom or something like that. You can do that as well, but that's why they have the audio output in the back. So there we go. That covers all of that. Again, power supply, all of that. We'll take one last quick look and see if I miss anything. No, we did talk about the rings. Very handy. Maybe if I change color, I get a better look at my face here. I'm not sure, but that's probably what would happen there. We talked about the fact that it's USB-C, which is also USB 3, and the mini jack connections. We did talk about all those fabulous buttons on the front and all those plugs on the back. So there you go. There'll be links for it down below for our website and for Amazon in the States, Amazon in Canada, and Amazon in the UK. So if you want better pricing, more accurate details, anything like that, if you got questions or comments, put them down below. Remember, eventually this whole concept is all about going to a live Q&A every day, which will then repost as a video on YouTube. So there we are. Thanks for watching. Again, we'll see you on the next video. Bye for now.